Kelsey, the Naptime Chef. My daughter is sound asleep for her afternoon nap, and I have about 30 minutes to get dinner together for tonight. So what we're going to do is make one of our favorites, Chicken Parmesan. Now I love Chicken Parmesan. It's a great dish for a family, whether it's winter or summer. And what I do is I take a lighter approach, and I don't bread it too heavily, and I don't cover it with too much sauce and cheese. I like the flavor of the chicken to come out. So let's get started. So I have 4 chicken breasts lined up here between wax paper, and I have my trusty rolling pin. I also have a meat tenderizer, but I find this works pretty well with the chicken, and my meat tenderizer is buried somewhere in the kitchen right now. So we're going to use this. What I'm going to do is pound the chicken breasts until they're 1/4 of an inch thick. This is going to make them very tender and moist and juicy. And then we're going to bread them with the panko breadcrumb Parmesan cheese mixture. Cook them in the skillet for about 5 minutes until they're cooked through, and then we're going to keep them in the baking dish until we're ready to make them for dinner. Now remember, flattening chicken breasts is a great way to relieve stress. Also, make sure the kids are sound asleep when you start doing this because it can get kind of loud. After the great stress relief, I set to work preparing the chicken. First, I broke 2 eggs into a bowl and lightly beat them with a fork. Then I prepared the flour and the mixture of the panko breadcrumbs and Parmesan cheese. Then I put some olive oil in a skillet and warmed it up on medium heat to get it ready to saute the chicken breasts. To bread the chicken breasts, first I coated them evenly in 1 layer of flour. Then I dunked them in the egg mixture and made sure they were totally coated. Then I finally put them in the panko Parmesan cheese mixture and made sure they are entirely covered with the breadcrumbs. This is a great way to add flavor and crunch to any kind of meat like veal, chicken, or even pork. Then I added the chicken breasts to the skillet and sauteed them for about 3 minutes per side until they were light golden brown. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes. I pounded my chicken breasts until they're nice and thin. I breaded them with a panko breadcrumbs and Parmesan cheese mixture and sauteed them in some olive oil. This way they're light brown on both sides, the juices of the chicken are sealed in, and this will help it stay moist and tender while it's baking. So now, what we're going to do is cover it with some marinara sauce. It's the same homemade marinara sauce I made when I made the stuffed shells a couple of weeks ago. Then we're going to sprinkle on a little bit of mozzarella cheese, not too much. I don't want it too cheesy and overly sauce heavy. And then we're going to cover with plastic wrap, put it in the fridge, and we're going to have it all ready to bake for dinner tonight. And then I'm going to serve it with some linguine and fresh garlic bread. Lightly drizzle the marinara sauce over each chicken breast until they are totally covered. Then sprinkle on about a handful of mozzarella cheese. Then all you have to do is cover it and leave it in the fridge until you're ready to bake it for dinner. It will stay good in the refrigerator for up to 12 hours. With my daughter still asleep, I had time to pack. I'm Kelsey the Naptime Chef. I look forward to cooking with you again soon.